Director's Reflections for April 17th of 2022. A whole new reality. Despite the quantitative results that underpin the Listín Diario as the third portal in the country, only behind Google and Facebook, by accounting for more than 500 million visits last year, we still feel that we are halfway to the goal of implementing the cross-platform writing. We are working in this direction, but there are many RAMs that need to be assembled so that the year of print-digital convergence works as it will be ideal. In my recent conference in La Vega and a seminar on the digital transformation of the Dominican media, I explained that we are still operating with editors and editors who have not completed the process of psyching themselves up and sharing equally the multiple tasks and ways of doing it, as is a routine on each of the platforms they worked on. We have not yet reached the ideal point because it is not easy to break the device scheme that condition the information priorities and other content of both platforms. The product of an age and cultural factor that predominate in journalistic companies around the world. It is not an exclusive problem of ours, but a general one. Precisely, this is one of the difficult challenges of the transition, making everyone in the newsroom, young digital native and veterans of traditional journalism, assume that they work for the same model, in which skills and technologies are mixed with patterns and rules of a different product. Years before, these two categories of editors and writers coexisted with heightened misgivings. The veterans saw the new generation as strange kids who seemed to be in front of video game machines, while those in turn perceived the traditional ones as an endangered species. It was the coronavirus pandemic that made us all jump out of our seats, out of our comfort zones, and out of attachments to differentiate ways of working, and plunge into a totally new, albeit predictable, reality that will force us to concentrate all energies on the digital platform, and since then, to consider it as the new stepping stone to the future. The great push that the pandemic gave us towards the digital ecosystem has been fortunately fruitful. Under a new system, we have learned to refine the convergence model and to understand that we are already immersed in a new journalism, which take advantage of traditional values and impregnates them in our networks to take care not to be contaminated by false or manipulated news, nor by disease of haste in giving the news. We have also learned that in the new journalism, carry out through our digital platform and social networks, the preferences of the audience are decisive, although not entirely decisive when designing our search and coverage policies and editorial content. It's a key objective to advance to new phases in the monetization of our content. And in raising advertising revenue, we do not lose sight of the fact that first and foremost, our role is to do quality in-depth journalism, and more than anything of service to the knowledge and needs of citizens. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.